Closing time in Liverpool. For many whites, the starting point for a night out in the city's many clubs and discos. But for blacks, the situation is very different. Wine bars like Kirkland's are one of only a handful of places that they feel welcome and safe in.
Kirkland's close early, 1 o'clock. The only thing for us to do is go into Liverpool late. We could just go home, and that's it for the night. The impression I get from going to the clubs in town centres is that they don't want black people there. And when I go there, I'm humiliated, I'm insulted by the things they say. Do you have a dole card and all the rest of it?
White-owned clubs in Liverpool, as a rule, have got a policy of not allowing blacks into their club.
Black club goers are not the only ones to have this view. Kevin Curtis manages one of Merseyside's most exclusive clubs.
The problems that black club goers face into the city centre clubs is that at one time there was a strict policy for a lot of clubs that blacks just don't belong in here. So.
And what's the real reason?
The real reason for certain clubs is that they just prefer not to have any blacks in the club.
Why not?
That's a very hard one to answer. It can be either the guy who owns the place, it can be his personal preference, or it can be a policy he's set to keep the other customers happy.
The unhappy black customers have come to Alex Bennett, who has recently been investigating a growing number of complaints.
Well, the issue is that black people, we feel, in this city experience discrimination when attempting to gain entry to white clubs. We don't think this is an experience within the black community as such, and that includes the clubs situated within Liverpool 8 area. But it's more to the clubs which tend to be white-run in the city centre and the outer areas. And from a number of individual claims of discrimination that we have subsequently received, we think it is a problem that is rife throughout the city in general.
To test these disturbing allegations, we followed two groups of white and black club goers on a typical Saturday night out. At the Hollywood Club, a telephone call had again established that there were no special membership requirements. You simply paid at the door.
No, you got my tickets.
Yeah.
I phoned up on Friday because someone said checking my plug out. We said we come in. We phoned up that there was no need for no membership. Are you sure?
If this club is not discriminating on grounds of colour, our white group of club goers who came along 5 minutes later and who did not have tickets should receive the same treatment. But they didn't. They were let in without being asked to produce tickets. Given that neither the whites nor the blacks had tickets and were of the same age and dress, we can come to no other conclusion than in this instance the black clubgoers were discriminated against. Faced with this kind of rejection, it's not surprising that many blacks confine themselves to the black-owned clubs in Liverpool 8.
We dress to go to town. When we get into town, we're so disappointed when they turn us away. That the only thing for us to do is go into Liverpool 8 at the clubs, which are not, they need to be improved because they're only a small club. They look like houses and they need either a coat of paint or whatever. They just need to be improved a bit. When we go in there, we're too dressed up for the clubs in Liverpool 8. I know we just feel inferior.
Jamaica House has been open for 2 years and caters mainly for the young. Many of the older clubs were established over half a century ago, in the days when African seamen were working in the port of Liverpool, and they take their names from their homelands, like here at the Sierra Leone. With low overheads and situated in the heart of Liverpool 8, it offers both black and white a relaxed and inexpensive night out in a warm and friendly atmosphere. But now, many of these popular clubs are threatened with closure. After last year's riots, the council embarked on a major refurbishment programme. Established African clubs like the Sierra Leone and the Igbo are inside a semi-derelict area scheduled for residential redevelopment. Close by, the Somali club fought to remain in Liverpool 8 but lost and has since been demolished. Black clubgoers face a real dilemma. Their own clubs in Liverpool 8 are closing down, and many white-owned clubs won't let them in. It seems that in the short term, only legal action will stop white club owners discriminating. We asked the management of the Hollywood Club to comment on their policy towards black clubgoers in the light of what our film revealed. We were told, if you dress and behave correctly, you get in. Entry is at the discretion of the doorman. Black people we know are allowed in. Meanwhile, the CRC is currently preparing to bring prosecutions against several Liverpool clubs.